We go to the Sun Erasure and the Oyen United Kangas report. We sent the search party to the Gold Coast. We brought him back. Seems like we're recruiting him back from Darwin each weekend and flying him in. This is none other than Andrew Willsmore on the report. G'day, Andrew. How are you?
G'day, mate. Good to be back again. Fly in, fly out player I am, definitely. But, welcome back to the chilly Mallee. A little bit different to what I was used to for last week.
And I'll tell you what, you'd be pretty happy with another lot of rain on your farm. And you sent me a message a few weeks ago, and I sent some prayers up for you. And she started raining now, so she's going all right out your way.
It is. It's magnificent. Well, we had another maybe 15 mil overnight, so things are looking really turned around, looking really nice on the land. So happy faces, plenty of smiles, and looking really good.
Oh, happy faces and plenty of smiles from your boys last weekend. But we'll go to the other games. Irimple beat Merbein 12-10 to 11-13 in a thriller.
Yeah, that was a close one, wasn't it? Where the conditions apparently weren't ideal. It was a fair old wind, so whether that affected the boys, the Irimple boys with their ball handling, but look, a very close game. Didn't expect it to be that close, but Merbein obviously, took it right up to them.
A great effort. Redcliffe 17-7. Over South, that improved a score from them 13-8. So a good game there. Redcliffe's get home, though, and keep their finals hopes alive.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we looking at the ladder, we would have liked them to drop that one. Would have helped us out a little bit, but they got the win over South. So look, they're both very competitive on their day. So they both can upset some teams when they get there, and what a great game of footy. But Redcliffe drove the line on that one, mate. Yes.
And Mildura 13-9-87 over Wentworth 8-11-59. You're probably happy to see Wentworth getting beaten at home because it sort of gives you a bit of an indication of where they might be at.
Yeah. They've got those few big outs, which is probably hurting them for sure. So with Brander still out, and I'm not sure whether Nick Jensen's back playing or not, but look, those two are pivotal to their team. And Mildura are travelling along nicely under Sam Kerridge. They're doing everything right and playing some really good footy, and they're going to really focus. They're really going to feature.
They certainly are. They're going to be right up there. The Kangas 9-16-70 over Imperials 4-8-32. You got the job done up there at the Green Men's Oval, and a great performance from your lads.
Yeah, another win, mate, which is good. We're starting to, get a couple together. They said that conditions were just terrific. There was an 8-goal breeze, so it wasn't really, set up for scoring. I did question our inaccurate goal kicking again. I think we've kicked something like 15-30 or so in the last couple of weeks. So really need to straighten up in front of goal and put some scoreboard pressure on teams if we really want to, put them under the pump. But look, a win's a win, and was a great effort by the boys.
Yeah, great stuff from young Billy Katnack, one of my favourite lads, debuting for the seniors. Cale Barker in and under, Reid Stevens on the ball, Timmy Gloucester like the Rock of Gibraltar back there, and Dallas Willsmore and Alex Morris and Jamal Daly in and amongst it in the better players there. Well, the twos, we go to where these lads have really started to put some pressure on that ladder position up there, because they're in 6th place. They're on 16 premiership points, and South are on 20, so they're only a couple of games adrift, and it was a very, very good performance by the lads last weekend. They came out and threw it 17-14, 116 to Imperials, 3-4-22.
Yeah, boys played incredibly well. So I did queer. I rang up and with a 17-goal haul, I thought someone must have got a bag, but the pleasing thing about it was I think there was 12 individual goal kickers, so the boys really spread it around. Imperials are really struggling. They didn't have a bench. I think they had to play one man short, so really struggling in their reserves at the minute. Hopefully they can find some numbers and get back on track, but take nothing away from our lads. They played really good footy, apparently, moved the ball well. Under Toddy Barker, they're playing some ripper footy and some really, really good efforts that are pushing. We've got to push them senior fellas for them spots. So it's good. It's good. You mentioned Billy Katnack. Certainly got to make mention of him. I spoke about him a couple of weeks ago. Probably one of the most improved, if not the most improved player at the club. He's been forced into play reserves with the missing of the under-18s, and the kid just tries his guts out. Very coachable. does exactly what it's asked, and he was rewarded with a senior game. So hats off to Billy. Great effort, and he's named again. So excellent effort. He certainly did what he was asked and played really well.
Yeah, good comment. A lot of the other young kids that have come up to play reserves, like you've got Blake Smith and John Shine, the Neil boys, they're up there too. Nick Vine, the younger, 3 goals there from him. So this is great stuff to see from your club. Down into the 14-year-olds, and there was no score given for me on this match, so I don't have a lot of direction, but I'm hazarding a guess that they might have actually played okay.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. This is the one game that I missed and haven't caught up with what happened as well. We've obviously been playing a few overage players and getting some good wins. Obviously, they take the points off us, but it's at least a competitive game of football. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but hopefully the boys had a win, and, they're really enjoying their season this year. It's a bit of a turnaround. Being allowed to play them few older age players, and it's really helping out the kids, and they're really playing some excellent footy and enjoying themselves, they've had a bit of a lean trot the last few years. So, yeah, they celebrate very, very well when they any sort of victory or any sort of goal, so it's great to see.
Yeah, it is fantastic. The 12-year-old boys, I'll mention some names to air for the lads here because Zachary Charles, Macy Pengelly, George Scott, Nigel Hamilton, Oliver Brady and Riley Sims were the best players in the 12-year-olds there, which we did have the record set for. Let's go to this week, and this is going to be massive. You blokes are on a bit of a winning trot, but you've got Wentworth. They don't have that big ruckman. He's out of their side. I've just checked it. Brander isn't playing either. You've got a couple of players out of your side from last week, but I think you can make up those numbers well, and I'm going to pick you to beat Wentworth here. I think this is a real opportunity for the Kangas. I think you've got a chance here to really push now for that top 4 on the table.
Yeah, a couple of games out of the 4, and we really need to win this one. Going to be a tough ask up there. We do have a few out, but as you mentioned, Nick Jensen's not playing. Brander's still got that knee issue. So two of their best players on the sidelines watching, so puts a bit of a hole in their team. I think Benny McGlynn's going to probably play for him, so he'll take some watching. But we do have a few injuries. We've got some concussion protocols. There's some blokes with some cracked ribs and sore backs and whatnot. So we do have a few injury issues of our own, which we're trying to work through and trying to cover. But look, we train really well in the rain. The boys seem to lap it up, and look, we're going up there with full expectations of putting our best foot forward and really putting on a good showing. And look, I think it'll be close, but I'm with you, mate. I think we can win.
Oh, beauty. In Irimple play Mildura, the match of the round for many, and at Henshaw Wood. Gee, Mildura, I think, can get over Irimple. I
think so too. I think they're just playing, really consistent brand of footy. Under Sam, they're really, the massive improvers of the comp, and they're going to take some beating. So, yeah, it'll be another close game for sure. But I think I'm going to tip Mildura as well, mate, yeah.
Robinvale get to Redcliffs at Quandong Park, and Redcliffs have surprised sides above them this year, and Robinvale won't want to take them lightly, but I think that the red and white should get home.
Yeah, Robinvale, this one. I think this one will be comfortable. We played Redcliffs a couple of weeks ago, and although they came out and won last week, I think Robinvale have got the cattle. They're good up forward. They're good down back. They seem to control the ball really well. I think Robinvale quite a comfortable margin in that one.
And the battle for the bottom of the ladder, this is going to be interesting between Imps and South, because if Imps win, they get off the bottom and South go to the bottom.
Yeah, I think South will get this one. I know they have lost a few players. They had some doctors leave, and they've there's a few players that are not with them anymore. But with Tyler Curtis, he'll sort of lead from the front. So I expect South to get this one. It'll be another tightly contested contest, but South will get over the line there.
Absolutely. Now, just a quick comment through the reserves and the younger lads on the day, because you get Wentworth. Wentworth will be tough for the younger lads, I would think.
Yeah, going to be a real battle there. Wentworth are always strong.
They certainly are, and under 14 level, I reckon they might be a little strong. But in the reserve grade, this is going to be interesting. They're in second place. You're in sixth, but you can upset sides above you. Have you got the depth this weekend to take them on?
We're fractionally short, so we're not going in chock-a-block full of confidence with a full list. We did beat them round one, so the second's had a good win there. I'd like a few less injuries and a few more players to pick from, but the boys are going up there with the expectation of we beat them first go, let's have a crack at them the second time around. And look, they're going to be tough on their home deck, but yeah, we really need this one to stay in touch.
Yeah, it's a brilliant season of Sunraysia. The Owen United Kangas are hanging in there in both of those senior grades. And good to talk to you, to have the man back. We found him flying back from the Gold Coast. Fly in, fly out farmer. He's just doing everything. And good to have you back, Andrew Willsmore.
Cheers, mate. I'm going to put the heaters up and then try and find the sunshine.